셜록 홈즈 해보겠습니다.
Ginger. That's what you need. A mouthful of the good stuff and you'll see the back of any seasickness.
Thank you for your support, John. Don't suppose you actually brought any ginger?
No, I don't get seasick.
Terrific.
Don't worry, Sherry. We've almost arrived at Cordona. I can see land through the porthole.
So much for docking by tea time. The captain seemed more interested in his maids than in his maps.
Oh, is Sherlock grumpy? Cheer up. We're back where we grew up. It's exciting. What's changed? What's the same?
Ugh. I'm starting to question whether the weeks-long journey was worth it. Travelling all this way, enduring this indignity simply to visit a grave. Even if it is my mother's.
Ah, that's just Mycroft's nonsense, still rattling around in your head. Try to forget what he said. I have.
I believe it was that this is a performative farce, a feeble excuse to avoid responsibilities, and that there was nothing to be gained from it.
You needed to do this. Enough of the self-pity and doubt. So we're a little late. What of it? We'll retire to the hotel and visit her in the morning. It'll be worth it.
Thank you, John.
And if you want to notify the captain's wife of his indiscretions, I will not stand in your way.
Ah, at last. I'm quite ready to get off this cursed boat.
Come on. We'll go together.
We go together.
Hey, Sherry, come on, catch up.
Yes, yes.
마우스가 너무 빠르고. 마마마 우스. 아직도 빠르고. 이거 뭐야? 여기. 에? 트위치. 투표하는 게 있나 보네. L 뛰어넘기.
Sherlock, don't get lost in this huge garden. Follow the sound of my voice.
뭐야 이게?
Sherlock, don't get lost in this huge garden.
Welcome to Il Palazzo di Lusso, sir.
Welcome to Il Palazzo di Lusso, sir. We just need your signature.
서명이요?
There you are.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Yes, we have room 221 prepared for you. I see it was reserved for 2 people. Would you like a second key?
Oh, no, I think we'll stick together.
Very good. Rooms are upstairs, sir. Welcome to Cordona.
Hurry up, Sherlock. I want to see our room.
221호실.
Balcony with a view.
(25) 3, 2, 1 여기다.
I apologize, sir, but your room is not yet ready. Perhaps, in the meantime, you would like to relax in the foyer? Tonight, the restaurant is offering a complimentary Marlin ceviche to all our guests.
Let's check what they have on offer.
오케이. 로비로 가서 점쟁이가 있나? 청새치 세비체 무릎.
Hey, Sherry, just our luck.
If seafood's not to your taste, everyone loves Benedict's batch. Our poached eggs with hollandaise sauce.
막 돌아다닐 수가 있네. 스태프 온리. 어둠의 의식. 광고를 하나 발견했다. 요거?
A medium, John. Haven't we been through this already?
Come on, it's not like we've got anything better to do.
Excuse me, sir, but I believe Mr. Galich is conducting a séance at the moment. Perhaps you'd care to have your portrait drawn while you wait?
Why?
Pardon me?
Why should I sit for a portrait?
Sir, it's art. It doesn't need a why. It is its own justification.
All things require justification, be they objects, systems, or beliefs.
How about art is the lens through which we see the truth of the world?
That's backward. Truth is not subjective and not complicated. It's just the truth. It either is or it isn't. You do not need a lens to see it, just an open mind.
Ha! That seems rather close-minded. Truth, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. So tell me, what do you see?
Mediocrity.
Come now, Sherry, what did he do to deserve that? The servant mentioned ceviche at the bar, Sherry. You should grab us some, and I'll find us a table. I'm starving.
앉을 테이블. 앉을 테이블. 여기 앉으면 되겠다. 아니야?
Pardon, monsieur, but I am not in the mood to talk.
세비체를 내가 좋나?
Okay, time to check
그렇군.
if John found us a nice table for the evening.
지연 어딨니? 지연 여기 있네.
Sherry, I'm over here with my...
Cordona's even quieter than I remembered. It's going to be a long evening.
Ah, come now, Sherry. What say we amuse ourselves with a little game?
What were you thinking? Oh, promise me it isn't nonsense. After being cooped up on that boat, I am itching for activity.
No. As you can see, someone left a cane on our table. I simply thought you could identify its owner.
Ah, so it is nonsense. It'll take me a minute, John, at most.
Well then, you can deliver it to him as well.
Deliver it to him. Then what are the staff here for? Aesthetics?
Stubborn, Sherry, too stubborn. You wanted something to do.
Slapping oneself in the face is also something to do. That doesn't make it worthwhile. But all right, let me take a look.
Let me take a look.
The hand grip is a head of a golden Javanese statue, probably stolen from a temple. The dents suggest it has been used as a bludgeon. A crest depicting a bulb of garlic in a meadow, perhaps the Fielding family or Meadows, or Craven from the cane is made of ebony, it's worn uncared for, and bears the scars of numerous hits. This cane is an expensive and ostentatious weapon. Its owner must be vain, volatile, and of noble English blood.
Take it with you, Sherry. Let's return it to its owner. All right. I hope you noted down your observations in your casebook. But how are you going to find this nobleman?
The cane itself is not enough. I may have to ask other guests if they saw who was here.
C를 눌러서 수첩을 열고 X로 증거를 고정하고 행인한테 대화. 지팡이 고정하고
Pardon, monsieur, but I am not in the mood to talk.
얘기하고 싶지 않다는데.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
That's a question I can answer.
사람은 3명이다. 한 부부와 나이 많은 전 해군 장교. 해군 장교가 바람새로 앞들을 나갔다.
Well, even with your keen senses, Sherry, I doubt you'll find the cane's owner on
앞들?
the first try.
And would you be confident enough to bet
표를
on it,
눌러주지
my
않은
friend?
연재로 받았다.
Why not? Let's see how good you really are.
이런 식으로 앞들 여기서 해군 장교 누가 해군 장교일까? 교사, 귀족, 프랑스 기술자, 퇴직 장교, 약사.
Help me, please.
My dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
Hey,
Oh.
Sherry, don't we now have the perfect excuse to visit the seance?
I'm just going to give the cane to its owner. You will not persuade me to take part in this show.
교령회에 들어가? 교령회 들어갈게. 내가 이겼다. 내가 이겼다. 빠라빠바빠라빠. 교령회실이 어디야? 교령회실? 스텝온리 아닌가? 교령회실? 여기야?
This hotel, this island, it's full of thieves. First my cane, now the diamond. Take your hands off me! Do you even know who I am? Hey, boy! That's my cane!
I get that a lot. It's a very common design.
What? No, that's a custom-made.
A joke. A joke. It was left at my table in the restaurant. I thought it deserved to be returned.
Well, I'll be... It is rare to encounter a straight-fingered true penny these days. What a gentleman. But I must ask, how did you know I was the rightful owner?
관찰한다. 부풀어 오른 붉은 피부, 넥타이, 값비싼 새옷, 반지, 결혼 반지가 아니고요. 신발 아닌데, 손 세게 쳤다. 결혼 반지 끼지 않았고 유행을 더 세게 채고 지루한 영국 귀족 같은데?
Simple deduction. Your cane told me everything I needed to know. I was after a strong, middle-aged man with a keen interest in adventure, noble blood, and affection for strong drink. And if one were to go further, one may even be able to extrapolate your name from your heraldic symbol, Lord Craven.
Marvelous. Simply marvelous. That's me, Lord Andrew Craven. You are the real medium. You hear that, Emma? Well, you found my cane. Perhaps you can locate my diamond, too. Yes, you should do it. It will be child's
다이아몬드
play
잃어버리셨나
for you,
보네.
Mr.
Holmes. And if a child can do it, then I'm sure the local police can suffice.
The police? Why bother? I know this harlequin stole it. The only question is, where is it hidden? Fine. Give me my stick and I'll resolve the matter myself. This thief almost confessed after a single punch.
I suspect a beating may result in answers of questionable veracity. Fine. I shall spare you and he the trouble if you first answer me this.
다이아몬드에 대해서.
How does a priceless diamond become the subject of a séance? It is an unusual accoutrement.
Emma wished to speak with its former owners. My grandfather told us it belonged to a Rajah, an Indian king.
So you were summoning long-dead Indian royalty and, pray tell, you were expecting him to converse in English?
To be frank, Mr. Holmes, I don't believe in ghosts. But Emma was fascinated by the idea of meeting a real king, even a dead one.
Well, a crown is a crown. Can you describe the stone itself?
A yellow diamond, not less than 100 carats, and perfectly egg-shaped. There is not another like it.
노란색 달걀 모양.
You insist the medium robbed you during the séance. But what occurred exactly?
Ah! It was a dirty trick. We were sitting here in the dark, chanting and holding hands, as expected. Then something began to appear from the medium, like a cloud or a bubble. The swindler called it ectoplasm.
Ah, yes. Common in the spiritualist trade, and quite the spectacle.
Indeed, perhaps too much. My beloved Emma screamed in horror, and I stood to defend her, attacking that cursed ghost.
How brave.
But my hand hit nothing. The medium jumped away from me, and Emma fainted. I lit the candle, and the diamond was gone.
Stay here, and don't touch anything. I'm going to investigate further.
Don't fret, I'll be keeping a close eye on this thief.
C를 누르면 상호작용 가능한 구역이 강조 표시됩니다. 하는 정보를 알 수 있도록 낙서 같은 흰색 동그라미 Q를 눌러서 관찰을 하세요.
The diamond was placed on the
여기다
table
다이아몬드
so
넣을까?
that all participants could reach it. This must be the ectoplasm. Too bad there's not enough for a proper chemical analysis.
Ectoplasm.
Half a glass of
was here,
Balblair
Sherry.
scotch and the remains of a Paul Larranaga cigar. What else does a gentleman need?
뭐지? 더 안 가지는데. 이거 뭐야? 뭐 흘린 자국?
There are light traces of rouge on the edge of this wine glass.
와인 글라스.
This must be the ectoplasm. Too bad there's not enough for a proper chemical analysis.
뭐지? 더 안 돌아지는데. 나비? 나방?
This brooch is old and cheap, but the moth design has its charms.
단서를 얻었고요.
What happened here?
I don't know. The ghost. I summoned it as usual, but then it all went wrong. The lady screamed and pointed at Lord Craven. And there was a shadow. Such a mystical force. It terrified the lady. And it must have taken the diamond. Who else could have?
여기 영혼이 있습니까?
Do you feel the presence of any supernatural entities at the moment?
Are you joking, sir? My nose is broken, this maniac wants to kill me, and you're asking about the spirits?
I suppose this can wait. I will investigate, and the culprit will be identified.
But this stubborn brute Lord Craven blames me right now. As if I could do something like that. Perhaps you can reason with him? Please?
Seems like you're ready to delve into your mind palace, Sherry. I'm sure you'll make some good deductions.
충분한 단서를 찾았습니다. C로 사건 수첩을 열고 기억의 공전으로 이동하십시오. 기억의 공전. 과거의 망령. 나방 배지. 탁자 반대편. 창문과 탁자 반대편. 단서가 나왔죠? 뜰에 뭔가가 있었다는 뜻이죠. 영매 때림. 서로 관계가 없어요. 요거를
Seems there may
조사를
have been
해보죠.
an unexpected
Someone
visitor
back.
outside the window.
Ah, I hope it was the ghost of the Raja.
Thank you for helping us resolve the situation, sir.
뭐가 있는데요? 구두 굽인데? 힐?
This looks recent. A shoe with a broken heel will surely leave scratches. All right, John. Do you think a ghost could leave this footprint?
I'm reserving judgment. Use your keen eye to follow the trail.
긁힌 자국을 찾았다. 이쪽으로 이동을 했군요. 여기 있네.
Size 4 with a broken heel. Rose D'Amour. All the maids in the hotel wear this exact shoe.
호텔
So,
여정원의 신발.
definitely not the ghost of a Raja. Unless... No. What a shame.
Our witness was a nosy maid. Searching the entire hotel could be difficult. Perhaps the other maids can help us find her.
자, 이분에게 물어볼까요?
Excuse me, just one question.
Oh, yes. I can tell you everything, sir.
루시아가 직장에서 일반 신발을 신고 있다고 주방장이가 혼났다고 한다. 그림 근처? 그림 근처에서 청소 중이다? 실례합니다.
Can I ask you a question?
I would never deny you, sir, but I know nothing about this.
라는 게 없습니까? 위층에 있나? 그림 근처에서 청소 중이다. 이분 뭐 하는
Could you
건가?
help me?
Don't be angry, sir, but I truly don't know.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
존의 수첩. 다른 방법이 있을 텐데. 요 사람인데 그림 근처에서.
Finally, there you are. One would think a maid would be easy to find in this place.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you need more towels?
No, no. You are the maid who saw the ghost in the seance room, yes?
How did you know?
Simple. You changed shoes after breaking a heel while fleeing the scene.
I'm sorry, sir, but if I may ask, who are you?
Who are you? 해결하는
A precious
중입니다.
diamond was stolen during the seance. Lord Craven entrusted me with its recovery.
I'm sorry, sir, but we are forbidden to discuss the private matters of our guests.
Are you also forbidden from peeking into private rooms, Miss?
Saletta. Lucia Saletta, sir.
Tell me, Miss Saletta, what would your manager say if he knew you were spying on guests?
Oh, please, sir, don't tell him. I have a family. I need this work.
I won't, but only if you answer my questions truthfully. And don't play coy. I can tell.
무엇을 보셨나요?
Describe what happened during the séance.
A lady and two gentlemen were sitting at a table, touching their hands to something. The medium started to whisper and chant, and a ghost appeared.
A ghost? You're confident?
It was unearthly, sir. It grew from the medium's chest, a glowing cloud or a bubble. I pressed closer against the window to see better.
And the lady saw you?
How did you... Yes! She screamed and pointed, so I hurried to escape, and I broke my heel. But I did see the ghost, a sickly, evil thing.
다른 건요?
And that's all you can tell me? Did you see any of what happened next?
The medium, Mr. Galici, he was doing something with the ghost. He grabbed at it like he was trying to catch it. And then I ran.
I suppose I should be grateful you endured these horrors for such a long time. All right, I have your account memorized. Good day.
Good day.
Poor girl, Sherry. Did she really deserve that?
We all got what we wanted. She talked. I stay silent.
Oh, let's get back to the crime scene. I always love seeing you explain simple things to simpletons.
Lady Craven retired to her room to rest. Lord Craven remained here until the staff
단서가
reported that
충분하면
the medium was locked in his room.
상상을 이용해 과거를 재구성할 수 있습니다. 정확한 버전을 재현해 보십시오. 창문을 볼 수 있으니까 여기 계셨겠죠, 부인이? 그리고 유 아저씨가 여기 있었을 거고 영매가 여기 있었을 거고. 어때?
It all began when the lady screamed and pointed at the window. Lord Craven jumped up, ready to face anything, ghost or human. The medium shrank back in dismay. He was not expecting such a reaction and had to quickly hide the ghost. The lady was the only one left touching the diamond, at least until she fainted.
Amazing. It's like you saw it with your own eyes, sir.
Oh, I forgot that you were here. I guess I should discuss all of this with Lady Craven.
The Cravens are upstairs in room 226. It is one of our finest suites.
If the lady was touching a diamond, then she would have felt the ghost take it. What do you think it felt like, Sherry? A jellyfish?
(226호) 이쪽 있죠?
Lady Craven is not who she seems. Remember her behavior in the hall?
크리븐 부인의 어떤 행동이 의심을 샀습니까? 관광객이 많아? 노래사 음식 없죠. 이게 뭐야?
Lady Craven is not who she seems.
걔를 엿봐. 취하겠어.
I was being very stealthy, Sherlock, and you threw it all away.
이런?
Come on, pull yourself together.
Lady Craven is...
가격이 올랐나? 아닌데. 남편 취향. 뭐지? 다시.
Can I ask you a question?
Don't be angry, sir, but I truly don't know.
Lady Craven is not.
나쁜 짓 아니야? 나이프를 못 쓰고 취하게 했고 걔를 엿봤어. 아내가 아닐지도 모른다. 생성용 나이프를 제대로 못 썼다. 다이아몬드. 죽었.
You're here, at last. I didn't do that. I swear. I found her this way.
Well, I did have some questions for her, but it seems I've arrived too late. Now it's a matter for the police.
Mr. Holmes, you said it yourself. They're children. They'll only make things worse. You promised me you would investigate.
Investigate a theft, not a murder. Fear not. I will tell them all I've uncovered.
Please help me. The police will surely accuse me of Emma's death. You were the only one who can find the truth.
Fine, but only because it's slightly more interesting than the walls of my room. Tell me what happened.
Look, after you left, I waited in the seance room until the servants locked up Mr. Gallici, the medium.
And was your mistress there too?
Oh, so you know? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Regardless, the staff took Emma to her room. She was still feeling dizzy.
So you didn't follow her. Interesting.
어디로 가시죠?
Where did you go instead?
To the bar. It had been almost an hour.
I see. And how long did you stay?
I partook of a well-earned whiskey or two before retiring upstairs. Ask anyone there.
Is Mr. Gallici still being held? And where did the servants secure him?
He's in room 225. But that pigeon-livered man at the reception desk refused to give me the key.
Well, I will have to visit reception myself then. Perhaps he will listen to reason. Now we arrive at the tragedy at hand. So what transpired after your detour to the bar?
I headed up to my room to find Emma on the bed. I didn't pay her much attention at first. I was still preoccupied with that damned medium. But when I realized she was silent, I drew closer and discovered she was dead. What's more, the diamond lay right there beside her.
Oh, well, that is splendid news.
Splendid? The return of the diamond will be cold comfort if I live out my days in a jail cell. You must help me.
Let me see what I can find.
Barely an hour has passed and you already have yourself a murder mystery, Sherlock. Why am I not surprised?
너무 얕다.
A neat
가짜
hiding
바다.
place. Why would she conceal all of this?
잠시만요. 취소하고 다시 봐. 아까
This
금량이네.
ring looks out of place among the others, and the design is familiar. Virtus Audacta Sapit. Courage tastes bold. A unique family motto. Several £1,000s, that's quite a fortune. Fard Rouge Calomel Mascara, a real altar of beauty for the travelling temptress.
The mystery deepens. A victim with a checkered past and poor taste.
호호.
A remarkably simple lock.
자물쇠가 너무 단순하게 생겼다.
This must be the missing diamond. A tremendous specimen, now forever tainted. Strangled with bare hands, judging by the bruises.
맨손으로 목이 졸렸다.
Everything was tipped out of the bed as if it was searched.
Do you think she stole the stone?
It's certainly possible, but we won't get her confession now.
Well, there is a professional medium right next door.
이거 아는지 물어보자.
Do you recognize this ring?
Should I? It's a third-rate piece if ever I've seen one, but never by something like this.
Did you ever see Miss Emma wearing it?
No. And why should she? I gave her enough jewelry that she could wear a superior ring every day of the week.
부인인지 물어봐.
Stop wasting time. The murderer is getting away. Stop wasting time. The murderer is getting away.
에?
I found these jewels secreted away. Are you familiar with them?
Ah, it cannot be so. That deceptive wagtail. How could she do this?
That sounds like a yes.
These items were supposedly stolen from us during our trip. I must have spent hours reporting it all to the police. And it turns out she had them all along. The trollop. I'd kill her myself were she not dead already.
어허.
Do something about it, Holmes. I did not do it. You know that. Do something about it, Holmes. I did not do it. You know that. Do something about it.
뭐지? 이걸 고정을 해야 되고.
I did not do it. You know that.
You know that. 이거 누가 보낸 거야? 영매가 보낸 건가? 친애하는 귀하 절도 사건 조사 계속 진행 중이라 반지는 찾아보도록 알려드립니다.
Someone was not happy with his post.
뼈분을 찢어버리기.
Someone was not happy with
편지를
his post.
찢어버렸네. 그리고 옆방에 영매가 있다 그랬어요. 문을 안 열어줘요. 바에서 시간을 보냈다고 하니까 바를 가서 조사를 해보죠. 여기가 바니까요. 아, 요렇게.
Sorry. Maybe a guest noticed it.
Is this familiar to you?
That's a question I can answer.
결혼식에서 나오는 크레이브 경이 바에서 아주 잠깐 머물렀다.
Excuse me, just one question.
I'd tell you if I knew, but unfortunately, I don't.
잠깐 머물렀다. 바에서 시간을 보냈는데 한동안 머물렀다 그랬어요. 뭔가 다르죠. 누가 죽였나? 크레이븐 경이 죽였나? 다른 살인범이 죽었나? 이거 아직 알 수 없고. 다이아몬드가 절도당했는데 엠마 옆에 있었어요. 두고 갔는가? 엠마한테 있었는가? 목격했는가? 이것도 아직 알 수 없는데? 아직 알 수 없고. 나방 배지 루카랑 엠마랑 썸띵이 있어요. 하인한테 죄를 뒤집어 씌웠어. 때렸어. 영매를 맨날 때려. 불안정한 사람이야. 자물쇠를 쉽게 딸 수 있어서 훔쳤나? 도둑한테 죄를 뒤집어 씌웠구만. 하인들이 훔쳤다고. 루카는 그러면 알 수도 있었어요. 쉽게 따서 교살당했나? 그건 아닌가?
Help me, please.
Excuse me? What? I'm not sure I know.
Excuse me, just one question.
I can't help you, friend.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying
Help me,
these
please.
people on purpose?
Excuse me? What? I'm not sure I know.
I should I know. 프런트에 열쇠가 있다. 프런트 한번 가보죠. 기억공전 왜 자꾸 떠? 요거 때문에? 아직 더 필요해, 힌트가. 뭘로 예약했지? 이걸로
Give me the
예약했다?
key to Luca Galici's room. I need to talk to him about the events of the seance.
I suppose you are an impartial outsider. All right, but please do not give it to Lord Craven. We do not want to see our reputation damaged further.
Awkward. They still don't know what a nasty surprise awaits upstairs.
Hush. No need to cause another ruckus. The last thing we want is the police to come meddling.
존이 실제 사람이 아닐 수도 있다는 생각이 드네. 이거 봐, 막 이렇게 있잖아.
You always take me to the best of places, Sherry.
I'm afraid I can wait no longer to hear your account of the seance, Mr. Galici. So please, tell me what you saw.
Lady Craven wanted to meet the spirit of the Raja. My conjuration was successful. Perhaps even too successful. I am sure the spirit was the only one who could have taken the diamond. Lord Craven needs to leave me alone.
Do you think the police will believe you?
Of course. I didn't take anything, and spiritual phenomena are beyond their control. Or should I summon the ghost again so they may attempt to handcuff it?
I think I would prefer to begin my investigation in the physical realm.
관찰을 해볼까요? 얻어맞은 흔적이 있어요. 강하게 맞았고. 손기술을 배웠다. 가늘고 길쭉한 손가락. 거식증, 영양실조. 화장을 많이 했네요. 여기도 핥혀졌네. 전직 도둑인 것 같은데?
I have shocking news that changes your situation entirely. Oh, no, wait. What am I thinking? The spirits will have told you this already.
I'm not in the necessary state for summoning. The spirits preferred clarity of mind and soul. Please, tell me.
Lady Craven died in the very next room while you were in here. Did you not hear anything?
What? How? In fact, I did hear noises. That Craven is a very loud man, but I never thought he would do that to his wife.
Well, you claim to be a medium. Perhaps you could ask her spirit why.
What? No, it's too dangerous.
Oh well, at least I can make the dead talk. Those scratches on your hands look rather painful. What happened to you?
It was those savage servants. They were so rough bringing me here as if I was trying to escape. When I'm free, I'll demand compensation.
반지 제시해볼까?
That's a remarkable pin of yours, Mr. Galici. Does it have any meaning?
The butterfly? It's a reminder of a time in which I was truly happy.
What a coincidence. Lady Craven had a ring with the same design.
A coincidence indeed. I suspect it is a common theme in jewelry. This is all just a big misunderstanding. The spirits confirm it.
수상해 수상해. 자물쇠 따고 얘가 접근할 수 있거든요. 하인이 파인이 난폭하게 해서 상처가 생겼다. 교살당할 때 긁힌 상처일 수도 있어요. 루카를 긁었다. 이렇게 되면은 루카가 알아서 루카가 이제 범인이다가 되고, 이거를 이제 크레이븐이 죽였다라고 하면은 알고 열받아서 크레이븐이 죽였다라고 할 수도 있는데, 루카가 좀 지금 그거긴 한데 좀 더 의심이 가긴 하는데 더 살펴보죠.
A familiar substance. It's the ectoplasm that stained the seance table, but this time there's enough for analysis.
화학 분석을 검사할 수 있습니다. C로 열고 플러스 아이콘을 증거. 플라스크를 증거 확인서. 이렇게 두 개를 어떻게 하는 거야 이거? 연결 길게 누르기. 도움말. 시약 두 개를 끌어와서 우클릭으로 하는 거구나. 이게 연결이야? 뭐야? 인이 섞인 고무 유액이다. 입에 물고 있기에는 위험한 화학 원소지만 이게 설명서부터 좀 더 교묘한 방법이 있을 거겠다. 독성 있나 보지?
Medium has burst, just like a rubber balloon.
Tools and accessories for masterful prestidigitation.
Or weapons and defenses against visitors from the great beyond.
Someone is making the most of his stay.
Can you blame the man? I'd say he's not ordering enough.
밖으로 나가는 문이고. 요거 좀 증거 좀 제시해 볼까요?
The spirits are silent.
아니야?
And so am
표본.
Do you realize just how dangerous it is to hold phosphorus in the mouth?
I beg your pardon?
I'll bet it makes your rubber balloons glow impressively in the dark, but you'll regret it when the hypertension and vomiting sets in.
You mock my talents, sir. You shouldn't be so flippant about things beyond your earthly understanding. How ignorant one must be to compare a spirit's ectoplasm with balloons.
It was merely a word of caution. We both know how match factory workers look after several years on the job. I need to go.
고무 유액이고요. 이거 잠금장.
Do you always travel with your books, Mr. Galici?
I do. In my line of work, one needs resources available to help deal with the unpredictable and unworldly.
모든 증거 수집했다고? 그럼 이제 결론을 내야 되네.
So young and so dead. Another mystery to investigate, my friend.
조사 끝났는데. 누군가 침입한 흔적은 딱히 모르겠고.
I cannot cover for you, Lord Craven. The
뭐야,
facts
이렇게
are
간다고?
conclusive. You murdered your mistress.
It wasn't me. You have no proof, not a whit.
You entered the room just as Miss Emma was hiding the diamond. Discovering that she was the thief was the final straw.
Preposterous. I didn't know a thing about it until you showed me her stash.
이거 취소가 안 돼.
You have bruised knuckles and you look a mess. The poor woman fought for her life and you bear all the evidence.
This whole evening was a mess. You know I got into a scuffle with the medium in the seance room. Nothing has changed since then.
도둑놈이
A
범인인데.
couple of whiskies go down fast for an alcoholic. That left you plenty of time for murder.
That's ridiculous. I am no alcoholic, and there are witnesses who will attest I was there for at least a quarter of an hour.
There's plenty of proof, sir. The police would certainly arrest you.
You scoundrel. You said you would help me. I had nothing to do with it, as you will soon see.
There is a more charitable interpretation. Miss Emma was a thief of unsavory character. Perhaps she threatened you, forced you to fight for her life.
다시 선택할래.
You suggest I lied to the police, escape blind justice?
Your lover was a corrupting influence. She stole from you, lied to you, and drove you to violence. You deserve a second chance. If you apply yourself and some of your wealth, you could do a great deal of good outside of jail. I will tell the police what I learned about Miss Emma, and no more.
Well, even if you don't believe I'm innocent, you've given me a chance to prove it. Thank you for staying on my side.
아유.
Gentlemen, when this matter is
예,
resolved,
아닌데.
I'll see to it you are sacked. This treatment is unbecoming for a man of my status. Mr. Holmes, you are my witness.
Look at him, the murderer playing the indignant victim. He should be a politician.
He certainly has the means. I hope he also possesses the character to do better and do good.
이게 아닌데.
That was too much fun, Sherry. I'm buzzing.
내 마음은
Wasn't it
이게
fun?
The woman
아닌데.
died, John. I was too slow to the truth, too hesitant to intervene. How can you...
Oh, lighten up. Those people made their choices. If you swan about with a diamond in your pocket, that's what happens. Wealth is a weakness.
So we must blame those who covet it.
With enough money on the line, Sherlock, a man will do just about anything, even murder. And then we get to solve it.
I suspect you perhaps cannot grasp the true horrors of mortality, John.
Oi, I am aware of my perilous existence, thank you very much.
I must admit, even if the outcome of the adventure was imperfect, there was some pleasure to be had in the puzzle.
Well, Cordona seems more depraved and decadent than we thought. I bet you'll get another chance.
A bet, you say?
Ah, a figure of speech. Just a figure of speech.
Ah, damn. Well, take one last look at the view, then we must be off. It's time to do what we came here for.
선택을 잘못했어. 블로기. 어디지? 여긴가? 모든 인거 수집. 맞네. 안녕, 안녕. 정의의 심판. 얘가 살인범이에요. 나의 직감이 그렇게 말하고 있어.
Those are the sharp eyes of... Whoa, what a breathtaking man.
This painting looks authentic, but it's just a talent.
주고.
Luca Gallici, I know you murdered Lady Craven, and I can prove it.
That would be a grand story for the newspapers. But where's your proof? I was locked in here and could not hurt a fly.
자물쇠는 딸 수 있죠.
Yes, the locked room. Good of you to mention it. I inspected the door between the rooms, and the lock on it is piteous. You could open it with a penknife.
So I am now a burglar, as well as a thief and a murderer?
Your wrists are bloodied, and there's no way a servant's manhandling could cause such an injury. It was Lady Craven as you strangled her.
You are fantasizing, Mr. Holmes.
As for the motive, it's obvious that you deduced that Lady Craven was the real thief. Of course, it helped that this was not your first encounter with Miss Emma.
I don't know what you're talking about. How on earth can you believe this?
I think the police will easily find the proof when they browse their archives. It is done, Luca. You will be arrested. Your best strategy now is to confess and hope your reasons were justified.
I don't know how you
그럴 줄 알았다 이 녀석.
But yes, I killed her. I had to. This woman could not get away with ruining my life twice.
Twice?
I knew Emma before she was a lady. I mean, she pretended to be noble back then too, but only so our gang, the Moths, could steal from those snobs. She betrayed us, stole all our money and disappeared, leaving us to rot in jail. I was young. I spent 3 years in that hell.
And tonight, she tried to set you up again. Did she recognize you?
She didn't. I came to her afterwards, pleading that she drop this farce, but she laughed in my face. I just remembered my time in the clink, all I suffered while she indulged, and I grabbed her throat.
처벌받아야죠.
Murder is murder, Luca. You could have told Lord Craven the truth and seen Miss Emma's downfall, but you could not restrain yourself.
He would never believe me.
We will never know. Still, perhaps a jury will be more easily swayed. If not, you'll get to see your friends in jail again soon.
We'll meet again, Holmes. I will get you, in this life or the next. Get your hands off me.
He murdered the woman who put him in jail. Should we be worried?
Fear not, John. Unlike Miss Emma, I will see him coming.
That was too much fun, Sherry. I'm buzzing. Buzzing. Wasn't it fun?
A woman died, John. I was too slow to the truth, too hesitant to intervene. How can you...
Oh, lighten up. Those people made their choices. If you swan about with a diamond in your pocket, that's what happens. Wealth is a weakness.
So we must blame those who covet it.
With enough money on the line, Sherlock, a man will do just about anything, even murder. And then we get to solve it.
I suspect you perhaps cannot grasp the true horrors of mortality, John.
Oi, I am aware of my perilous existence, thank you very much.
I must admit, even if the outcome of the adventure was imperfect, there was some pleasure to be had in the puzzle.
Well, Cordona seems more depraved and decadent than we thought. I bet you'll get another chance.
A bet, you say?
A figure of speech. Just a figure of speech.
Damn. Well, take one last look at the view, then we must be off. It's time to do what we came here for.
Ba 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 ba. Ba ba da 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 da.
A free ride for every hotel visitor. Just tell me where to go.
뭐야?
Is everything all right? If you don't feel up to it, I won't tell anyone.
It's just a goodbye, John. It won't be difficult. I've already come to terms with my mother's passing.
So you really don't remember?
To what do you refer?
Funeral. Sherlock, you were distraught. At first, I thought this visit would dredge up those feelings, but you've been remarkably level.
John, I think I was too young to understand. I couldn't fathom why she would leave me.
Perhaps that pain is best left forgotten.
On the contrary, it's why I'm visiting her grave. To remember her.
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
갑자기 묘지로 왔네. 돌아온 코르도나. 묘지를 방문할 시간이다. 마트 타가지고 자동 이동되고 그러구만. 어머니의 장례식이 기억나는지 조언이 내게 물었다. 떠올려보려고 시도할 수는 있다.
Mycroft was adamant that we leave for London immediately after the funeral. He never told me why, but I saw how unsettled he was by the long requiem.
장례식이 끝나자마자 런던으로 떠나야 했다.
The service was sparsely attended. Though my parents were buried separately, the pastor said they're united in heaven. I didn't believe him even then. I wanted to see her one last time before the coffin was interred and say how I loved her. The chance never came. I feel rather faint.
You're fine, you're fine. It's over now. You remembered everything. It will get easier soon.
A pocket watch? It seems familiar, John. Why is it here?
누가 방문을 하셨나?
Rest in peace, Violet Holmes.
Violet Holmes.
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye, Mother.
This watch was a gift. My mother's initials are engraved on it. The piece is in good condition. It must have been placed here only recently.
그걸 왜 챙겨? 초도 불을 붙여놨는데?
A candle in a small puddle of wax. It cannot have been lit for more than half an hour.
Is this really how you want to spend this time?
This is my mother's pocket watch, John. Who put it here and why? Are you not in the slightest bit interested?
흥미롭지 않니?
This is excessive, Sherlock. Can you not let the mystery be?
미스터리로 남겨놓다지. 그것은 홈즈에게 어울리잖아요. 상상 속 친구 존. 발자국이다. 고급 신발 새 것. 68cm,
A man in fashionable
167의 키.
shoes stood near the tomb. The size of the prints suggests he is approximately 5.5 feet tall.
꽃은 내가 났고. 뭔가를 흘렸니? 자전거 바퀴.
You were about to tell me the make and model of tyre, but let me assure you, I do not care.
Well, it was going to be very impressive. Come on then, the trail continues ahead.
자전거 흔적 이어집니다. 자전거를 타고 이쪽으로 갔구만. 요건데.
He mustn't be far away to leave it unattended.
A portable easel was kept there.
이젤 화가인가 본데.
The Hospitaller crypts. If memory serves, They're located at the far end of the cemetery around an old tree.
Old tree.
I hope that inspiration strikes upon visiting these beautiful vaults. At the very least, you'll enjoy the view. Yours, Mercuria.
마르크리아. 물감이 묻었어요.
It's stained with oil paint.
An artist working in a cemetery? Do you think he'd paint my portrait?
증거가 수집됐고 여기거든요.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
잠시만요. 방문객 사진. 방문객.
May I ask
아시는 게
your
있는지?
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who are you asking?
Oh, it's that
여기
ridiculous
계시네.
artist from the
방문객.
hotel.
Be nice, Sherry.
Mr.
Make
Holmes,
friends.
did you come for another portrait? No, I jest. You gave quite the performance last night. The hotel was abuzz with your name. I must say I was rather absorbed in it all. The fallibility of men. Such scandal.
It was a welcome distraction.
Oh, my manners. I am Werner Vogel, art enthusiast and gallery proprietor.
Mr. Vogel, I was perhaps too curt when last we spoke.
Speak no more of it. Travel takes it out of any man, never mind when this is your destination. Once I learned who you were, the pieces fell into place. Your mother was well liked on Codona in her time here. I was sorry to hear of her passing.
어떤
Does
화랑이죠?
your gallery feature more than just portraiture?
Oh, of course. We display landscapes, sculpture, modern pieces too. I am sure we have something that will move you. You must stop by.
Only music moves me, I'm afraid.
Then you have simply not found your artist yet. Someone whose work hits you in your core. You're still young. I am sure we'll find them.
How did you come to possess my mother's pocket watch?
Oh my! It is quite something to witness those powers of deduction firsthand. Yes, I left you her timepiece. After her death, there was an estate sale. All of Cordona's elite picking of her remains. I couldn't let such a lovely thing go to those vultures. When I learned your name, I could no longer keep the watch in good conscience. It is yours by right, and I knew you'd find it here.
Thank you. I'd forgotten all about it, but the moment I saw it, I knew it was hers. Amazing what the young mind forgets and the older can recall. Rather odd, loitering in a cemetery.
I suspect you'll win, but I'm here for my art. There's beauty everywhere if you look, even in decay. A little darkness brings out the light. Now, a diligent observer might note that you too are loitering in a cemetery. What brings you here? Closure answers penance?
Closure, I suppose.
And what is closure? Mere proximity?
Understanding. Acceptance.
You didn't understand from afar. You had to come here to accept the truth of her death?
Of course I understand. She died of consumption, drowning in her own blood.
Your mother?
Yes, my mother.
I must have been misinformed. I'd heard otherwise.
Otherwise than consumption?
No, you'd know better than I. I'd heard talk of a police investigation, but Cordona is a notorious gossip. And what does it matter? She's passed on either way.
She has.
Well, I shall intrude no longer. I'll leave you to your closure. Do stop by the gallery if your travels permit. Farewell.
Are you all right, Sherry? Take as long as you need.
Whatever I need, it isn't here. We should explore Cordona. Perhaps there are archives that may shed further light.
시청, 경찰서, 코로나, 크로니클, 기록 보관소. 어떤 것이 제일 적절한지 생각해 보십시오. 경찰서. 묘지, 다리, 묘지, 경찰서, 그러니까 시청. 보자. 경찰 조사가 있었다. 기록 보관소 가볼까요? 경찰서를 가볼까요? 조회할 수 있나? 사건 조회? 경찰서 체크하고 경찰서 경찰찰차라 잘찰서. 어우 죄송합니다. 빠른 이동 지점. 다리 건너야 되나? 아, 건너야 됐던 것 같은데. 위로 가자. 다른 사람 집이고. 다리를 가려면 신문팔이 소녀? 이쪽에 있지 않을까? 경찰서. 여긴가? 여기다.
Stark do this, Stark do that. I'm not a clerk, damn it. How am I supposed to get those records now? Yes? What is it? Would you like to report a crime?
No, I wouldn't. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I want to use the police archives.
Wouldn't we all?
I'm serious.
So am I. Officer Logan locked himself inside and he's not letting anyone in.
에? 무슨 일이죠?
What happened exactly?
A tailoress from Scaladio's been robbed. Logan spent 2 whole days at the shop sketching the thief, and she still insists that it's all wrong. That shrew drove him up the wall, she did.
Would you mind if I talk to this tailoress? I could get you the sketch in no time.
Get off your high horse, mister. You think you're better than our sketch artist?
Actually, I'm quite certain I am. Let me prove it.
Well, I see no harm in it, as long as it gets Logan out of there. In fact, I need to look up some records too. Here's the address. Good luck.
굿락. 새로운 사건을 풀어야 되네 일단. 의상실은 스칼라디오의 나이츠가와 트리니티웨이 교차로 있다. 지금 여기 있는 거잖아. 스칼라디오와 나이츠가와 트리니티웨이 교차로. 트리니티웨이 교차로. 여기 얘기하는 거? 잠깐만. 크로니클 그리고 시작. 나이츠가 잠깐만 다시 보자. 나이츠가랑 트리니티웨이의 교차로. 나이츠가랑 트리니티웨이. 나이츠가 트리니티웨이 교차로 여기인가요? 화장실 같은데 여기? 실례합니다.
I'm pleased to meet you, ma'am. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm here to sketch the thief for the police investigation.
Oh, another one. I hope you'll be more patient than the previous sketches, signore.
오케이, 묘사해 보세요.
Can you describe the thief for me?
He was all ugly and beat up looking.
Yeah.
An utter rascal if ever I'd seen one. He gave me a nasty look from behind his glasses and then made himself scarce.
눈빛이 매섭고 안경을 썼다.
That's it? Could you be more specific?
He was a total villain, I told you. How much more specific do you want me to be?
다른
All
방법이
right, never mind. I suggest we do it differently. You have a great many clothes here, haven't you?
Why, of course, but they're not for sale. I only do tailoring and mending.
No matter. I'll attempt to disguise myself as the thief, and you'll tell me if I get it right.
As you wish, Signor Holmes.
Where can I find the clothes?
They're in my workshop at the back. Be careful, won't you?
오케이. 옷장 메뉴로 가서 그의 복장을 변경해 보십시오. 옷장 메뉴로 가서 요거를 입었을 것이고 안경을 썼다 그랬어요. 이거 한 대 얻어맞은 것 같아 그랬다 그랬고 수염에 대한 언급은 없지 않았나? 말전 상처 안경 악당 같았다. 수염은 어떻게 길렀을까? 이렇게 길렀을까? 저 어떠십니까?
Your face is too innocent now.
What do you mean, too innocent?
There was something evil about his face. Like a mustache. Yes, the kind that all villains twirl as they plot their evil plans.
I'd say that not all villains wear moustaches, but I get your point, ma'am.
턱수염이 아니었다. 콧수염이다. 요 콧수염이군요. 부인.
No, those clothes are wrong. He was dressed in a very fancy beige suit.
베이지색
Must have
정장?
stolen it from someone. No doubt about it.
All right, I've got it.
악당같이 생겼는데 베이지색 정장을 입고 있었다. 이렇게 생겼군요.
He was wearing a hat. Didn't I tell you about the hat? It didn't go well with his suit.
모자도 있었어요.
That man had no dress sense at all.
Well, what did it look like?
Oh, just a regular hat, you know, black.
까만 거. 정장이랑 안 어울리는 까만 모자. 이건가 본데?
Something isn't right.
이 모자 아니에요. 오케이, 그러면 이 마법사 모자 썼나 보다.
Something isn't right.
아 베이징 여기 있네. 베이징 여기 있고 검은 모자가 이건가?
Ah, it's you. I mean, it's him. It's him.
Excellent. Now I can make a sketch and take it to the police.
Yes, sir. Please do. That rascal is still on the loose. I hope they are better at catching than sketching.
Before I go, Mum, are you quite certain that you don't have any clothes to sell?
Well, I suppose you can take the police uniform. An officer forgot it here years ago, and I don't have any use for it. If you want to buy clothes, visit the outfitters. You can find them all over Codorna. I hear they even do free rentals now. Let me show you where the nearest one is.
Thank you very much.
좋아요. 가까운 남성 복점. 조사가 생겼고 의복상인 여기가 제일 가까운 데라고? 빠른 이동은 마차를 찾아서 해야 되나? 마차. 아, 마차가 경찰차였네. 길 따라 쭉쭉. 대성당.
We have a large assortment and pleasant prices. The finest clothes for the finest citizens.
무료로 빌려준다면서요. 어떻게 된 거죠? 돈이 드는 것 같은데. 옆에 수치는 뭐야? 이쪽 사람들한테 이 정도 통한다 이건가 보다. 여기는 반대로고.
Of course. Think it over. Take your time.
경찰서나 가죠?
Take a look. Try it on. It'll be a nice purchase.
데컬루. 제가 몽타주 그려왔거든요.
Hello again, officer. I've spoken to the tailoress and made a sketch of the thief. It was child's play.
No, really? And she didn't give you any trouble?
No, no trouble at all. She was quite tolerable.
Huh. Who would have thought? Hey, Logan, we've got the sketch. Come on out.
Can I use the archives now?
Well, they're generally not accessible to the public. But you really helped us out, so I'll just turn a blind eye.
I appreciate it, officer.
What did you say your name was? Holmes? Come and see me after you're done. I may have a proposition for you, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes. 기록 보관소가 어디죠, 근데? 기록 보관소 여긴가? 아닌 것 같은데 사무실 같은데 사무실 같고 기록 보관 깜빵이고 아카이브 여기네. 증거와 세 가지 검색 기준을 선택하십시오. 조사할 증거. 보겔의 이야기. 보자. 죽음. 범죄가 대상이 피해자. 증거 구역 어디였지? 그랜드 사라이. 그랜드 사라이에 피해자 있고 죽으셨으니까 강력 범죄 아닌가? 바이올렛 홈즈 사건. 빈 서류철뿐이었다. 종이 한 장 없다. 조사가 있었는데 기록이 사라졌대. 어떻게 된 거요?
John, I just recalled that we were living here on Cordona in a manor. And there was a policeman.
Really? What else do you remember? What happened to our mother?
The memory was vague, a mere flash. I have to find our house.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Absolutely, let's do it. 우리 집 저택 앞에 경관이 있었다. 경관인 거에서 뭘 했던 거지? 그랜드 사리에 있고요. 다리와 언덕 위에 있는 교회도 기억났어요. 저택은 그 근처다. 그랜드 사라이 여기죠. 그랜드 사라이 언덕 위에 교회가 있었다. 이거 교회인가? 일 팔라소 데 알로소. 언덕. 요런 데가 보통 언덕인데. 이걸로 뭐 안 되네. 할랄라 라랄랄랄라. 다리와 언덕 위에 있는 교회. 다리와 언덕 위에 있는 교회. 다리랑 언덕 위에 교회? 다리는 양 끝에밖에 없어. 여기가 아닐까? 가보자. 수고하십시오.
I'm done with the archives for now. Can I help you with anything else?
As a matter of fact, you can. The thing is, our chief inspector has vanished, as if we weren't undermanned enough as it is.
Wait, what do you mean, vanished?
Gone missing on a case. Shady business, but that's besides the point. See that board? Pending cases are posted there for any available officers to investigate. I would take them myself, except that I've been told to work the reception desk, like some clerk. Yes, we're that short-handed.
I understand your predicament, but what does any of it have to do with me? I may be available, but I'm certainly not an officer.
Oh, don't worry about it. Consider yourself a temporary one-man independent police force. That's a bit of a mouthful. There's just one small, minor basic formality. You'll need to complete our physical training course. Easy.
Well, I'm not one to balk at a spot of exercise. What must I do?
That's the spirit. Sergeant Ermy will show you the ropes. Follow me.
So, you're a newcomer. We must be desperate to ask untrained civilians for help.
You're lucky to have a well-trained civilian with a brand new auto pistol in his arsenal.
An automatic? A bit of a braggart, aren't you?
Are you trying to test me already?
That is why you're here, boy. I need to verify your skills before I can allow you to catch criminals. The first targets are in the next room. You know what to do with them. I'll join you in a while to see the results.
Concentrate, Sherry. You need to hit every target to show the sergeant how we do it.
조준하고 발사합니다. 아하.
Hooray!
Proceed to the next room.
요
Meanwhile, I'll fill out
정도.
the paperwork.
Come on, Sherry. It's just like in childhood.
컨트롤 눌러서
Steady, Sherry. Steady. And go.
했어요.
My favorite mannequins for attack. Let's strike.
조준은 시간을 느리게 만들고 저게
Aim for where you might take advantage.
저
And
체포할 수
don't
있어.
forget the environment.
I could do this all day.
Please don't, Sherry. We don't have that much time. Let's move. Our
죽이지
enemies
말고
might be
체포를 할 수
stronger than
있다.
us, but we rely on our wits.
방어구를
Shoot off
총으로서
their
약점을 드러내는 게 없이요. 헬멧은 반드시 와중에서요.
Hooray! All right, let's move on, Sherry. If you stand here and use your snuff box on them, you can definitely
코
overcome them, Sherry.
담배값을
It's all
터뜨려서 혼란스럽게 만들 수 있다. X를 눌러 사용해. 충전해야지만 체포할 때마다 충전 속도가 빨라집니다. 뭐지? 다시.
Ah, Sherry, you've guessed that you can't use the powder when he has a helmet. I've been sending you brain signals.
Helpful advice, John. I would never have guessed.
Good job, new boy. Well, I'm almost finished with the paperwork. Let's talk about your results.
무력화시킬 수 있다고?
Well, I must say your results aren't as bad as I feared. Perhaps you're not completely hopeless, but true combat is quite different from shooting stationary targets.
I'll handle it just as easily.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Now, we'll test you against our men. Your task is to detain them, not to kill them. So don't go shooting anyone in the eye. That goes for in the field as well. Even though you'll be working with the police department, that doesn't mean you have a license to kill. Here, take these. They are blank rounds. So, are you ready?
Always ready.
Then let's get cracking.
Let's get cracking.
Not at all. I can hit them all with one shot.
Good luck, Sherry, and remember,
왼클릭으로 체포.
the
혼란스럽게 한다.
surroundings are your playground.
I'm coming.
뭐지? 왼쪽 A. 엥?
I'm coming for you.
X로?
I'm coming.
맞아. 혼란. 혼란.
I couldn't miss the party. I'm coming for you.
자, 일로 오세요. 오호. No. 연타구나.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
체포는 어떻게 해? 체포하겠습니다.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready.
체포됐다는 뜻인가? 여기? 에임 수준.
Now take this!
Time to knock this guy out.
Ow! Don't bother.
Give him the pepper snuff.
That's enough. You've proved yourself. Congratulations on the arrests. I can't believe you did so well with the close combat.
I did tell you that I'm well trained.
Well, do the same on the street, and you'll be well rewarded for every arrest you make. Here is your certificate. You are now an authorized crime scene consultant. Well, it's now your duty to make this city a safer place. Cordona won't ever forget it, but at the same time, it will never remember. I'll tell Stark all the necessary details about your successful certification. Congratulations.
Now you're a
Congratulations.
certified crime scene consultant. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend. Now, shall we head for Stonewood Manor?
Don't know. You have the whole island to investigate. It's all up to you.
강도 소굴이 제대로 표시되었습니다. 자세히 눌러 플레이 방법을 알려주죠. 강도 소굴이요? 여기 집 찾아갈 건데. 자세히. 강도 속을 의미합니다. 일반적으로 스토리 도중 만나는 것보다 어려운 조합에 적이 더 많이 나오고 전투 성과에 따라 돈을 얻는다. 체포하면 도전이 잠금 해제되고 도전은 전투를 더 어렵게 하기 위한 것으로 체력 회복, 유용한 물체 제거 등 영향을 줄 수 있습니다. 랭크를 합니다. 랭크는 더 큰 보상을 줍니다. 특별한 의상을 사는데 사용할 수 있습니다. 그렇군요. 집을 찾아가 볼까요? 마차 타는 데가 따로 표시는 안 돼 있나? 열로. 아이고, 어깨빵. 건립기념광장. 언덕이긴 하네 여기. 스톤우드 찾았다. 여기 맞네. 잘 찾았죠?
Hey, Sherry. There's post here.
마이크로프트의 편지. 셜록, 이 편지가 네 손에 들어가지 않았으면 좋겠구나. 읽고 있다면 그 말 같지도 않은 짓을 해버렸다는 뜻일 테니까. 과거는 과거일 뿐. 영국으로 돌아와라. 마이크로프트.
After reading that, I am even less eager to return home than before. Let's investigate our manor.
That's the Mycroft I know. Predictable.
빈집이라 관리가 하나도 안 돼 있구만.
There she is. Our old manor. It's smaller than I remember.
You were a couple of feet shorter back then, Sherry. Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
Bigger inside.
Look at the ash all over the door. I don't recall hearing of a fire.
You don't have to stay here. You can afford another night or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our room yet.
Come on. Must be locked.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine to me, Sherry. This barrier, perhaps it's mental, not physical.
Or perhaps the rest of us are simply constrained by reality, John. I wonder if there's a key secreted somewhere in the garden.
Take a look around, Sherlock. I'm sure you'll discover something.
정원에 숨겨둔 게 있지 않을까. 요런데.
I did not expect these to still be here. It was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an
Hey,
arrest.
that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief. And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass, oh, very precious. Funny, Wooden Joe reminds me of the trouble we once got in with the police. Do you remember, John?
Somewhat. Maybe we can recall more details.
열린 창문이 있다던가. 통 밑에 열쇠를 뒀다던가. 여긴 텃밭인가? 여기는 헛간인가? 간 헛가스.
Why does this barn give me such an unpleasant feeling?
Oh, I know. It's because Mycroft used an axe to shoo you out of here. It scarred you for life, but I enjoyed it.
조명? 여기 왜 조명이 있지? 바닥이 뭔가 이상한데? 호호. 뭐 안 보이는데? 마당을 둘러보자고 제안했다. 뭐야? 옛 기억? 경관이.
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was?
뭘 들고 왔어? 금속 반짝거리는 거.
I bet it was our reward.
No, we were not so lucky.
뾰족한 작은 물건.
It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
락픽으로 땄었다.
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges. The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother. Mycroft wasn't happy about the fact that we were arrested. It felt like he lectured us for hours.
Did we give him something afterwards, Sherry?
종이. 비밀 임무.
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we snuck into the house. Mycroft asked us to. He wasn't angry we stole, but that we got caught.
Oh, that's right. It must have been only a couple of months after we moved to Cordona. Ugh, the good old days. Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation. Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha! In we go.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
Mycroft's umbrella. The only outgoing thing in his wardrobe.
Mycroft umbrella.
Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it?
되게 크네. 심이. 뭐가 걸리는 거죠? 경매 안내. 스톤우드 저택에서 공개 경매가 열린다는 소식을 전달해 드립니다. 아, 홈즈 가문 물건 경매로 쳐보는
I
거.
was wondering why it's so empty in here.
There may be a small chance that's another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
가구 상인을 찾아 저택에 둘 아이템을 입수하십시오. 지도에 추가하고 전에 달래지만 또 추가하십시오. 추추추추. 탐색해야 하는 현장, 중요 증거 수집, 모든 증거 수집. 랜드마크는 항상 표시가 됩니다. 빠른 이동 지점, 상인 명소 등은 가까운 거리 있을 때 지도에 나타납니다. 인력거랑 상호작용해서 빠르게 이동 가능할 수 있다. 흥미거리.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
I can feel it. 별거 없는데? 빈집 이야기. 가구를 찾아야 되나? 지도에 가구 상인, 신문팔이 소년, 시장, 정원 장식 상인. 요런 데 가야 되나 본데?
I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor.
불 누가 켜놨지?
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
I can feel it. 뭐 아직 덜 찾아서 그런가?
One of the first things I saw when entering this house as a child. It's like déjà vu.
Another memory
Déjà vu.
incoming, Sherry.
Strange. I struggle to recall anything about the day we moved in. The only detail I'm sure of is that it was raining early that morning.
아침 일찍 비가 왔다. 빗소리 난다. 비가 내리고 음악이 흐르면 바이올렛 죽음에 관한 기사. 집에서 예상치 못한 죽음을 맞이했다. 20살 아들과 10살 아들 둘을 남기고 세상을 떠났으며 아들들이 스톤우 두 자택에 계속 머무르지는 불분명하다. 매입한 지 1년도 되지 않았다. 폐결핵을 앓아 건강이 좋지 않았음에도 불구하고 엘리트들의 환영을 받았습니다. 소명을 받았고 직관력이 고대 유물 전문가였네. 진위 감정에 있어서 권위자가 되었다.
Something did happen that day, but no one can tell us the details. How can that be?
Agreed. It's rather suspicious.
수상해. 수상. 수상해. 수상해. 뭘 더 조사해야 되지? 요거 해놓고 조사하는 것 같은데? 그렇지.
Our mother brought a slew of belongings with her. She refused to leave a single thing in London. Mycroft had to spend the whole day dealing with it. There was always a hat on our stand, but I'm sure it did not belong to Mycroft.
휠체어도 있었네.
This trip was a challenge for our mother.
어머니가
I tried to
표결력이셨으니까.
help her.
Do you feel it? Is it the air shimmering, or is it my imagination?
Imagination. 어머니를 누가 옮기고 있었지? 짐이 많은데 어머니가 런던에 두고 오기 싫다고 하시더니 마이크로프트가 짐을 처리했다. 마이크로프트가 요 사람이 마이크로프트 같죠? 그리고 백길 여행 어머니 고단이라고 어머니를 도와드리려 했고 에드거리 양의 마이크로프트 것은 아니었다. 그러면 여기가 젊은인가? 누가 누군지를 모르겠네. 나는 어머니를 도와드려. 10살이었어 이때. 그러면 요렇게 되고 스무 살 마이크로프트가 20살? 20살 아닌 것 같은데. 잠시만요. 보자. 여기를 바꿔야 돼. 마이크로프트. 그리고 여기 모르는 아저씨. 요거 같아.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Thank you, Dr. Richter.
릭터 박사.
No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs. Go to your room.
Lean on me, Mother. Take your time.
Actually, I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
폐결핵 계신데 기침하는 걸 들은 적이 없다? 그건 폐결핵이 아닌데? 도청한 사람의 의사인 오토 릭터였다. 어허.
I feel dizzy. It's stuffy in here, isn't it?
John, are you all right?
I'll be okay in a minute. How about we find our room in the meantime?
Look at this. It's like traveling 10 years into the past with a single step.
여기가 셜록방이야?
Oddly
Coal dust
satisfying.
from Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity.
Nope.
Interesting. What's that over there?
이건 락픽 장치 아니야?
This doorknob has a cross-shaped end. Too intricate to be merely a handle.
You know what? That definitely looks like a key. Let's poke around.
The
and
only
see if we
fiction
can
book
find
on my
any
table.
secrets.
I can still hear my mother reading.
로빈슨 크루소.
So many pleasant evenings were spent here with the Encyclopedia Americana.
백과사전.
A magnificent tool made for a spurious purpose, staring into the sky. I've definitely found a better use for it.
You mean for spying on people?
Need to repeat this one day, but with bullets.
다트로 만든 거야?
I'll never forget how challenging it was to obtain this simple sketch. Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we?
손잡이 같은
Look at this,
거를
John. Remember how desperately I wanted to learn the violin? I
얻었는데
had a proper opportunity.
Such a shame. I always hated the rule about being silent in this place.
나무 손잡이 여기인가 보다.
Nah, doesn't fit here.
네? T자형, 십자가 형태. 여긴가? 여기네.
Perfect match. My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick
범죄
up
자료.
this habit again.
파이프가
Made of
있어.
cherry wood. Father's favorite. Still has a faint odor of tobacco. One of the few things on this island that smelled like home.
시거 홈즈의 파이프. 아하, 이걸 훔쳐왔구나.
I knew you'd find it in no time.
따라란. 요거는 들어온 거고, 이건 뭐야? 기차?
Can't believe all my toys are still here.
Hey, they were not just yours, they were half mine too.
이건 뭡니까?
An artifact from Palau carved out of bone and claimed to be 300 years old. My mother proved it was a fake.
아하, 가짜였다.
My very favorite plaything. It was the perfect pirate treasure.
가짜여서 장난감으로 가지고 놀았나 보네.
Oh, it reminds me of our neighbour. He had the same balloon in his yard, only bigger. Do you remember?
Yes. We visited him several times while living here.
Do you remember? 빠라빠빠 따라라라라. 폐결핵으로 돌아가셨는데 폐결핵이 없었죠? 거짓말을 했어요. 그리고 가족의 친구였던 이웃이 존이 아니었을까? 아니고 사라진 기록. 뭔가 알고 있을 수 있다. 죽음에 대한 기록은 없지만 가족의 친구가 떠올랐다. 테오드로 길든.
Wasn't that neighbour missing a finger?
That does sound
손가락이
vaguely
없대.
familiar. Wasn't his name, Theodore Gilden, perhaps?
It's the perfect time to investigate.
헬로. 헬로. 어디까지 했더라? 어디까지 했더라? 그리스 다리 근처에 이웃집에서 열기고 있는 이웃집. 그 사람이 뭐 알고 있을 수도. 또 있다. 딸 구질렀다. 냠냠. 귤 맛있다. 자, 이웃집으로 가볼까요? 이웃집으로. 가스 열기구가 마당에 있대. 이웃집이 어딜까? 다리 근처라 그랬거든요. 나가서 여기 오른쪽에. 이 집인가? 아이고.
That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
무슨 일이죠?
It's as if a storm went through here.
Destruction and trampled ground.
무슨 일이죠? 이웃집 찾아가야 되는데. 호이! 살인 사건이야.
Oof, contortionist you were not.
머리가 벗겨졌어요.
Disjointed vertebrae.
경추가
Difficult to say if it
분리됐대.
was a way to start or finish him off.
이 끈은 뭐죠?
A belt from a dressing gown.
허리띠.
Curious.
다리 돌아간 거 봐.
A kneecap reduced to splinters.
뭔가 더 볼게. 손가락이 잘렸다.
A missing pinky, middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore.
이웃집 사람인데.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
어쩌다가 이렇게 되셨을까?
An amount of attention that most can only dream of.
골리앗? 여기에 핏자국이 있어요. 최소 2턴. 어른 코끼리. 코끼리가 용의자예요. 이건 뭐죠?
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless.
훈련할 때 쓰는 장비. 근데 이걸로 찌른 것 같진 않아요. 이걸 끊었나?
A strong pull broke this leash.
늘어나서 끊어진 흔적.
A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence.
E를 눌러 카메라를 활성하고 왼 클릭으로 사진을 찍어. 바인더의 알맞기가 된 프레임이 흰색으로 변해. 흰색이요? 이거
This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
코끼리에 대해 알아보자. 수박
A royal
맛있겠다.
sweet for a favorite pet.
Plenty of food to satisfy even the most fastidious.
열기구.
Didn't we get to fly in it as children? I doubt it could hold my weight today.
가스 열기구 있는 이웃집이 여긴데 이 사람이 뭔가를 알고 있었을 텐데 이렇게 돼버렸군요. 여긴 코끼리 우리고 가스네.
A coal gas tank, enough to pump up an airship.
칼이 있어요. 가스 튜브를 짜는 듯한 칼이.
A sailor's knife useful for cutting wet and thick ropes. A sailor's knife useful for cutting wet and thick ropes.
이가 살짝 나가 있는데.
It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding.
여기는 왜 이렇게 꺾여 있지?
Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
무언가 금방 부딪힌 흔적. 과연 왜 이렇게 되었는가?
Destruction and trampled ground.
일단 경찰서를 가서 코끼리 경찰서 여기죠. 코끼리 기사를 찾아봐야 돼요. 신문 기록 보관소 10년 전 발행 일면에 기록 보관소 저긴 경찰서 기록 보관소 여기였나? 시청이 기록 보관소 있었나? 어디 있었지? 신문 기록 보관소. 여기 있는데 모양은 여기 같아. 가보도록 하죠. 일렸구나. 자, 여기 가주세요. 못 가네. 수고하세요. 기록 보관소 저기 불 들어와 있는데 저기인가? 여기? 헬로? 아닌가? 뒤쪽인가?
Extra,
신문 매대.
extra! Look at what you've done! Criminal Luca Gallicci, posing as a medium, confessed to the
자백했네.
strangulation of a noblewoman.
갈리치 저한테 딱 붙잡혔죠? 덜미를 붙잡혀갖고 자백해라 했더니 했네. 오케이 찾았고 고르도네 크로니클. 여기가 신문 거기 같아. 실례합니다.
Stop the presses. Who is Cordona's handsome stranger? Or Nosebaggerspun's local life? Wait, no. Foppish foreigner hides dark past. Oh, you've made quite the impression already, Mr. Holmes. You care to tell your side of the story?
I'm quite certain I have no idea as to what you refer, and I am further certain I have no interest in indulging your gossip.
Gossip? The truth will come out, but will only be heard if told well. Scandal, daring-do, romance. These are the tools of every good journalist. Nothing travels faster or lasts longer than a great story. Young man, your tale will be told with or without you. My readers demand it.
You already knew my name and seem aware of my doings here in Cordona. I presume this newspaper is your little endeavor?
Yasmin Sertel, editor-in-chief of the Cordona Chronicle. Advocate of the free press.
Charmed, I'm
아이고.
sure. As an advocate of the free press, I trust you'll permit me to consult your archives? There are gaps in my knowledge of Cordona.
Oh, so my work does have merit. Well, I think we can strike a bargain. I shall provide you access, and you let me keep writing about your exploits.
So be it.
Brooding bachelor builds bridges. Now that's character development.
I guess I owe you my gratitude.
What can I say? I've always enjoyed working with the Holmes. They whisper such interesting things.
가십거리가 많은 가문이죠. 조사는 여기서 하네요. 좋습니다. 시대 10년 전이라 그랬는데 올해가 80년이군요. 그러면은 10년 전이니까 70년을 봐야 돼요. 그리고 일면 그랜드 사라이 맞나? 과학 기자로 봐야 되나? 기자 검색. 찾았다. 코끼리. 다자른 수컷의 발 크기가 63cm까지 큰다. 63cm 정도 된다 그랬거든요. 그러면 다 큰 코끼리네.
That's the article. Feeling old already?
오케이, 찾았고. 아, 45cm였구나.
I'm watching you closely, Mr. Holmes.
스토커야. 근데 이걸 조사해서 잠깐만. 조사해서 뭐 어쩌라는 거지? 소유, 구타. 야생동물 소유, 갑판전칼. 사람한테 당한 것 같은데? 구타 이거랑 연관이 없네요. 이럴 수가. 이렇게 연관 짓는 거 아니야? 다시 돌아가 보죠. 빠른 이동. 아직 증거가 충분하지 않은 것 같아. 더 찾아봐야 될 것 같아요. 집에는 들어갈 수 있나? 못 들어가네. 그럼 뒷마당에서만 찾아야 되는데.
As if they were struck by a battering ram. I wonder how we managed not to hear any of this.
이거는 코끼리가 부순 게 맞아. 그럼 코끼리는 어디로 떠났는가?
Destruction and trampled ground.
코끼리가 어디로 떠났을까? 어? 이거 떴네? 사건 재구성. 자, 여기에서 보자. 여기에서 코끼리를 조련하는 흔적이 있었죠. 코끼리가 죽인 건 아닌 것 같아요. 유대감이 있기 때문에. 사람을 이렇게 건드린 것 같아. 뭔가 신원불명의 미상자가 건드렸고 이 사람을 끌고 왔다? 코끼리가 치였다. 코끼리가 들고 왔다. 코끼리가 이 사람 누구지? 이 집주인? 집주인을 이렇게 옮겼다? 이 사람이 끌고 온 것 같은데? 그리고 도망갔다? 코끼리가 나오면서 사람이 여길 부딪힌 것 같아요. 문 뒤에 서 있다가. 이게 맞는 것 같은데? 어때?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
아니라는데? 잠시만요. 다리가 훼손됐어. 실내복의 허리띠. 시신에서 실내복의 허리띠야. 그러면은 실내에 있었다는 소리예요. 누군가 뒤에서 덮친 게 맞는 것 같은데. 여기 뭐 다른 경우가 뭐 있지? 도망갔다. 코끼리한테 밀쳐졌다. 여긴 두 가지 경우네. 밀쳐진 게 맞는 것 같은데 사람의 힘으로 저 철근을 저렇게 할 수 없어. 그러면 여기가 지금 상황이 아닌 것 같아. 결국 코끼리한테 밟혔어요. 뒤틀린 거 보니까. 그럼 첫 번째가 안 맞아. 첫 번째가 안 맞죠. 코끼리를 괴롭힌 게 말이 되지.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
이거 아니야? 이상하네. 코끼리한테 졸렸다? 그럴 수가 있나? 코끼리가 그럼 이렇게 끌고 왔다? 이게
In a
맞아.
fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
끌고 온 흔적이 있죠. 모든 증거는 수집되었다. 좋습니다. 그러면은 코끼리를 찾는 거죠 이제. 멀리 못 갔어. 무조건 들킬 수밖에 없지. 덩치가 크기 때문에. 그렇다면 오늘은 일단 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 자, 뭐 할 게 있어가지고 좀 일찍 꺼보도록 할게요. 셜록 홈스 챕터 1 일찍 꺼보도록 할게요. 저녁 잘 보내시고요. 주무실 때 좋은 꿈 꾸시고 숙면하시고 다음 방송에 뵙도록 하겠습니다. 바이바이루.